don't need you to bounce back up again. That's it, you stand in there. Take the data from all of these that have been used. I'm guessing it's that mystery goo. It is that mystery goo. Can you get the data from this side? Not quite. Can you actually walk through the service bay? Is there enough room? There is, I think. Unless we've got you completely stuck. Yep, you're completely stuck. Note to self, you can't walk through the service bay. Extra £5 from Tim, thank you very much indeed. Now, how the hell do we get Villain out of here? Because we've got it jammed inside the spacecraft. Try and wobble it back and forth. We appear to have got it completely stuck on the mystery goo. And I'm not sure we can bring you home like this. Because there's a slight issue with it. You know, you're not exactly protected when it comes to re-entry. Yep, we've got you well and truly wedged in there. Try opening and closing the doors. I don't think it's going to make any difference. But yes, I've got a Kerbal stuck in the service bay. I really have. He's got himself wedged between the mystery goo container and the roof of the service bay. Oh, jeez. Not coming out in a hurry either. I might have to try and bring her back like this. I mean, in theory it's shielded, so she should survive re-entry. We might have to give it a shot. Just to see what happens. Oh no. Come on, out you come. Just wobbling back and forth. Can't engage RCS, can't thrust up, can't thrust down. Can't turn RCS off either. Turn SAS off on her, but... Do I have probe steering? No, I don't have probe steering. But she is a scientist, not the pilot, so it's not the end of the world if she rides back in the service bay. But yeah, she's not coming out of there. Got her well and truly wedged. Of all the things that could go wrong on this mission, I did not anticipate getting the Kerbal stuck in the service bay. Oh, jeez. No, she's absolutely not coming out. Scientists are expendable anyway. Is there anything we can do? I really don't think there is. And she's moving very slightly, but I don't think it's going to be enough to unwedge her. Yeah, she might manage to get it out of the service bay once we get into space. I mean, just out of curiosity, Because, you know, there's not much else I can do at this point. If I were to remove a helmet, would it mean she gets unwedged? Or is she stuck on the backpack rather than the head? I think it's actually the backpack that's wedged. I don't think it's the helmet. But yeah, can't jump, can't move sideways, can't do anything with that. And while she's wiggling back and forth, she's not actually moving through at all. I mean, that's me not using the controls now, and it's still just bouncing back and forth. So yeah, it's stuck. Alright. In that case then, we'll bring Blodwyn out, see if we can actually knock her free. I have just quick saved, so if it does go horribly wrong, it goes horribly wrong, but and for some reason, camera on this is not twisting to chase mode. Which is why I'm flying in entirely the wrong directions. Everything's gone horribly wrong. His camera's not working now either. Let's put you down on the ground. If that'll reset it. Right, let's reset the camera. See if we can get you both stuck inside the surface bay. And there's half a chance that physics is going to go completely mental when they're up against each other, and it will just end up knocking the entire ship over. Oh, a quick headbutt didn't help. Let's try going from the other side. Push her loose. See if we can just get them both stuck. Oops. Come on. Come on. Who's flying this thing? Down there. No, not having it. Oh, what a disaster. Not the Science Junior doors because they're on the other side. And Fairlink Cabinet is still well and truly stuck. I mean, if she's that wedged in there, then she's not gonna, you know, come out and take off. Question is whether she survives re-entry or not. Let's get all the data we can. All the science. Let's get all the data from Fearlin as well, if we can get it off her. I think you can do data transfer Kerbal to Kerbal. We'll find out in a minute. Yes, you can. Get the data out of there. So, Blobwin now has everything. There's all the science, all the information. Has taken surface samples on the ground and is getting to actually ride home in the capsule. The only one. Oh, I just took all these readings. Maybe not, maybe just reset them. Material study for 125. Yeah. Scan for another 40. Yep, she's well and truly stuck. Oh. Alright, let's try bringing it home. Let's see what happens. I mean, we have all the science we're going to get. I could hop this around to various different biomes, but I'm not going to bother trying with it. We have an hour left. Let's see what happens. Save that there. With her stuck inside. So at this point, we've managed to get our scientist stuck in the service bay. Completely by accident. Our engineer has vanished into thin air, eaten by the Kraken. The only person left in charge is Blodwin. Which just about sums up the way he thought the mission was going to go. And we didn't bring a hammer, unfortunately. Alright. Let's see if we can bring these guys home. I don't know if Fearlin's going to survive re-entry. It could go horribly, horribly wrong, but what the hell. Is it a case of the mission was successful but they all died? Not as such, because at least one should make it back. Oh, the mission is still a success. We're going to get the science home. That's the important stuff, right? No one cares about the actual Kerbals. But yes, it is slightly concerning. Another successful Kerbal space mission. If it didn't go horribly wrong after 23 hours, it wouldn't be one of my streams. This is just gloriously silly. I want to leave Mimbus going retrograde. I was going to say for a minute Mimbus had no orbit markers either, but if I take off eastward, I get the planet's rotation to help speed me up. Now I want to be leaving going that way. SAS on. Yeah, science is more important. How many Kerbals are wearing red shirts? Quite possibly all of them at this point, I think. Quite possibly all of them. Alright. We want to head off east, which is down that way. So let's go up and over here. Spin it round so I'm actually oriented the way I used to. I'm sure he'd agree with me. I mean, he's leaving his body to science, right? Certainly leaving the Kerbal bodies to science. Well, Freelin's still inside for now. Apoapsis is a 20. That'll get us into orbit. EVA report. I think we already have somebody on EVA. Oh, she's still there. She's still there and she's still wedged inside. That said, she has turned round. I wonder if we can get her out. Come on, come on. Yes! It's free! Can't see where she's going, but... it was never a problem. Right. There should be a medal for that endeavour, you're absolutely right. Applause from the gallery. 6 minutes to apoapsis. Bring in the landing gear. Let's take this lot home. It was an eventful excursion. I mean, the only downside really was that really never actually got to set foot on Minmus. We could try and land again. She deserves a landing. She really does. But I'm not sure I had the fuel. I'm honestly not sure if I have enough fuel to land and take off again. It's going to be another 300 or so Delta V. I don't know if that's going to get us back or not. No, not going to risk it. Might be a bit too tight on fuel. Having got her back on board finally, I'm not taking the chance again. Let's just take him home. Sorry, Freelin. We'll bring you back to Minmus next time. You can, however, nip out and grab us another EVA report. Actually, while I think about it, you can take all the data out there as well. If there's any more crew reports, we can get them on the way up. "3 minutes to Apo. It's not going to take much to put us into orbit. Probably a 3 or 4 second burn at most. If that. Right, 20-kilometer orbit. Now we can take our time trying to work out the best place to burn from to go home. I suspect it's going to be about there. Just want to break out. There we go. That doesn't really get us anywhere yet. Alright. That brings our periapsis down to about halfway. That's not too bad. And then we just keep burning, I think. Oh, what's that moon encounter do for us? Not a lot. It'd be fun to fly by the moon on the way home. Just because none of this crew have been there before yet. But I don't think that's going to really help us much. Unless we can get a moon encounter that throws us back towards Kerbal. Not really, no. I'm doing fine 23 hours in, really am. Periapsis 610 and dropping. $259. 23, it's a little low. I'll make correction burns to this because this is going to be really hard to tweak for me. $38. Yeah, fair. Not doing too bad at all. Have you just come back, or you've been watching for a little while? Have you seen the fun and games that's just happened? If you missed it, you missed an absolute perfect moment of KSP. Because you're currently on board as a scientist. And being a scientist, you had to go down to service bay and pick up all the science. And all the science is in here. And that was all fine and dandy, except for the fact that we managed to get you stuck inside. So during takeoff, you were wedged in there. And then you fell loose. Skipper put in another 20, thank you so much. Extremely kind of you. Commission payment for skippering the mission. Oh. Right, I'm not going to get you stuck in there again, but I want to get all the science out. looks like we've got all the signs. Alright, there's some moments of reading we haven't taken yet. Nip around the other side, make sure there's nothing around here. I think we've got most of the signs from this side. Yeah, looks like we've got all the data. Alright, back in the ship. Yeah, I've already got that one, okay. Blobwin taking a break from the greenhouse construction. Bugger the signs, leave that behind if you have to. Just make sure he comes home safely. We'll bring him home, don't worry. We'll bring him home. We have a perfectly sound ship with a perfectly good heat shield on the back end of it. He's coming home. Right, let's get ourselves lined up for the return mission flight. 7 minutes to burn. I didn't plant a flag when I was down on Mimus, did I? I think that was one of our missions, was plant flag on Mimus. It was. I'm a muppet. Oh well, we'll come back and do it next time. Well, for the donation Blobwin, you get to do the last spacewalk. You get to do the last EVA and take the last mission report. So concerned with trying to get feeling out of the space service bay, we've got to plant the flag. Mind you, if that's the worst thing that happens after 23 hours streaming, you forget to plant the flag, then you know it's not gone too badly. Right, load in 20 seconds, 28-second burn time, so burn at T-minus 14. Let's go. Coming home. It's his leadership that gives you most concern, not your mission control. Spacewalk. No, let me say inside this nice warm module. Pass me the tea and biscuits. I have my tea and biscuits. I'm all sorted. But then that's what mission control is for. Alright. That should be the burn completed. That should be us with a periapse of 37. Spot on. Let's bring it home. Leave Mimus behind and head for Kerbal. Periapse is 37. Not that I'm checking it every time now, because after the last time we came back from Mimus it didn't go badly. Yeah, speed being on surface is not a problem, it's just the periapse I'm worried about. Although you'd think it would switch to orbital when you actually go through a sphere of influence change, wouldn't you? But the periapsis is right, that's the important bit. Although thank you for the spot, oh god. Yeah, it's always handy to know. Right. This lot's coming back. back at Kerbal. Just got to survive re-entry now. And we're going to be coming in at about probably 3,500 by the time we actually reach the atmosphere. We're going to lock onto retrograde and stay there. See what it's like once we hit Atmo. 3,200. Hey, we can finally do that material study from the atmosphere we haven't done every time we've gone past it. Bonus science. Been after that one for ages. Should we burn off the extra speed? Not yet. Give it a second. Ginny, thank you for the donation. Most kind. Thank you so much. Hey, we're just about going to make it to 400 at this rate, which is pretty good going, really. I wasn't sure quite what to expect from this, but 400s, yeah, not too shabby at all. So yes, thank you, Ginny. Much appreciated. This engine is actually standing re-entry on its own. So are the landing legs. We haven't touched the heat shield yet at all. I didn't expect that. I thought it would have blown up by now. I really did expect the engine to have gone boom. But yeah, we're down to basically Kerbal orbital speeds now. I mean, I'm still going to eject the engine because, you know, it's an empty dead weight at this point. But we must have burned off fuel inside it. Slow ourselves down a bit. Right, engine's out. Let's get rid of that. Whee! I'm not sure that's going to go boom or not now. Oh, it'll go boom when it hits the surface. I don't know if it'll burn up in the atmosphere or not. 29 kilometers up, doing 1,500 meters. And re-entry is starting to tail off. As long as the parachutes hold, they're coming home. Intact. Just about safe to deploy the drones. Drones aren't going to do a huge amount to slow this one down, it's too big, but make a bit of difference. Surface speed is down to 450. Still 16 kilometers up, so. And we're going to come down just off the coast. And amazingly, our engine is some 17 kilometers behind us now. Speed's 250. It's safe to deploy main chutes at this point. Well, we're still 9k up, so there's no point deploying them yet. Oh, we're going to come down just as the sun comes up. Perfect. There goes main chute. Super XL large parachute. It should bring us to a juddering halt at about 1,000 meters above the surface. Drogues are going to bring us down to 50 meters a second. Not too bad. It's a big craft, this, compared to the other ones. It really is. But then, you know, it takes 3 Kerbals, so... main chute deploy. Yes. Mm, 10 meters a second is a bit quick. We might... The heat shield might take it, we might lose the surface bay, I'm not sure. But we should be able to get... We should be good, we should be cushioned enough to actually get the Kerbals back. I don't think there's going to be a problem with actually landing this. Sometimes you get in the heat shield because the extra weight means you come down faster, sometimes you don't because the heat shield actually has a decent crash tolerance and will cushion the blow for you. I think we'll leave it on, just in case. 10 meters a second's a bit nippy, but should have put a couple extra chutes on there after all. You would think, you know, the XL chute's designed to bring down the XL capsule. Works on the other ones. Anyway, let's see what happens. It either works perfectly or it doesn't. Cross your fingers, people. Ah, we're fine. Home safe and sound. So yeah, don't worry girls. Brought your dad back in one piece. Brought your dad back in one piece and we gained, guessing, about 500 science. Possibly more. $1,113 science for a member strip. That's fantastic. Yeah, that'll do nicely. That'll do very nicely. And Freeland's made it to level 2 as well. All the mission ribbons. Dangerous EVA, Kerbal EVA, Mims EVA, so many ribbons. Gonna need a second uniform to pin them on, I think. Mission control, we have completed exploring Mimus, land on Mimus, orbit Mimus. That's paid out 165 times 3. Oh, now you want science data from surface of Mimus. Of course you do. Okay, we have half an hour left on the stream. What can we do in a quick half hour? Orbit the sun? We could do that. Not sure we'll get it back, but we can orbit it. It will be the last thing to do to actually leave the Kerbal system, even with just a probe. There's one thing we haven't done yet this stream is leave our own system behind. Oh look, the green sandstone mission's turned up as well now. It's also a Nimbus mission. I was looking for that one before. Yep, I think we're going to go with orbit the sun. We'll send a probe out into the void. And Tatty's finished his Kerbal mods as well. Awesome. Good stuff. Alright, last ship design, last build. We're going to send a probe out into deep space because it's the one thing we haven't done yet. So we'll start with a probe-diet Octo. Take a small fuel tank. Stick it on the bottom with a small engine. Not that small an engine. That's 3,700 delta V on its own. But before we do that, I'm going to go and get science to unlock all the really shiny stuff. We'll get more science experiments, we'll get the fancy solar panels, we'll make this look like a proper probe when it goes out. And with 1200 science we can get pretty much everything. We don't need that one, we don't need that one. Nothing in there. There's the nice solar panels. Precision engineering gives us the decent antenna. Put 45 for that, don't need that one but we'll take it anyway. I'll certainly give it a try, Tatty. I'm more than happy to try and guinea pig your stuff, see if it works properly. Yeah, happy to. Well, there's the Mark 1 lander can. I wonder where that got. How are the cats doing? The cats are fine. Both been out all night. But Jethro's been out most nights. He's still not coming in much, but he's still showing his face. I think everybody's cats you saw him out, but I think probably mine in particular. Yeah, mine are doing okay. They're all happy and good. Anything nice? Don't need any of that really. We don't even need to put on a really big rocket, to be honest. Don't need the grabber. There's bigger landing struts and the bigger drogues. Don't need those. What we got in here? Snacks, tacos. All habitation stuff. I mean, it's cool, but we don't need it for this mission. Heat management, don't need anything from there. High power electrics. Ooh, the Gigantor solar array. That's ridiculous enough, we might just use it. And magnetometer boom. Yeah. Your cat's called a weasel. That's impressive. I mean, I can understand cats taking, you know, rats down, but a weasel's quite the catch. Yeah, let's take that as well. Oh, not enough science for that one. Okay. That'll do. I take it Ellie's unimpressed by the poor weasel getting caught. Or is she impressed that the cats managed to do it? I'm never quite sure with Ellie. I suspect she's probably unimpressed that the poor weasel's been port. Let's take a hex. It's not a good adapter for this at all, is there? Power. Stick a couple of batteries underneath there. Anyone quite sure? Yeah, okay. You're too big. Give me a tiny fuel tank, not an RCS one. RCS. I don't think I have the tiny fuel tanks. Or indeed the tiny adapters. No, I don't. Take that one. Is that too big for the 800s? Yes. Not the one I want. Alright, we're just going to put the standard fuel tank on the bottom here then. 200. Looks clunky, but we'll clean it up. Engines. Just need a spark. Stick a Terrier on it. 2600 Delta V. More than enough to leave the system. Electrical. Oh, I unlock the Gigantor. I'm sure I unlocked the Gigantor photo. We've got the big static ones. Got the big batteries as well. Oh, maybe I didn't. Alright, let's take a stack of these. All the power you could possibly want. Comms. I never quite like the way that those sit on top. I'm going to bring that down and actually bed it in the probe core. That looks better. Bring up just a touch so that it's not clipping through. That looks more like it's designed to fit in properly. That's better. Now, how much science can we put on this thing? Magnetometer on one side, and you weigh 0.05 tons. Same as the barometer. And we'll finish off with high resolution emitter. We have mystery kill, I guess. The other way around, it's just saying. So we have all the science, we have all the solar panels. We just need to get this to orbit. It takes 1800, I think. You're drift watching as well. We had all the dogs and the cats watching last night as well. Let's see. One more of those. Swivel on there, swivel's too small. Or cat on the bottom. $3,700 and atmosphere in a vacuum, another 2,000. If that doesn't get us out there, nothing will. Pretty much all we need, really. Plus the weight is going to be just fine, I think. Yep. I'll strap a couple of boosters on just for effect, because otherwise it looks a bit plain. Now it looks more like a tiny little Delta V, Delta 5. But that's tons and tons of thrust. We have no control though. So we will take the engine off of there and put an inline reaction wheel in, not a small one. That gives us some torque. Not going to bother with the fairing, it's not going to go in that fast. And I think that's pretty much all we need to do. It's not coming home. We have, I think, the most powerful radar dish. The RA2 relay, yeah. Antenna rating 5 million. 2 giga. Yes, it's by far the best dish. Oh, it's not actually. Actually, the RA15 relay is slightly better, but I'll go with this one. Right, let's take this to the sun, or at least into interplanetary space. 20 minutes left. This will be the last flight we do. I don't think there's anything else I want to put on here. Except given we're making the last trip, we may as well put the right flags on it. Don't need containers, don't need life support, Kerbal attachments. Don't need any of those. Yep, I think that's about us. Electrical, don't need landing, don't need aerodynamics. It's so short and squat, it shouldn't tip. We've got enough gimbling in the engine. Yeah, it's 5 degrees of gimbling in that engine. So boosters, drop boosters, fire main engine, drop that, launch satellite. Right. Last flight of the day, last flight of the stream. Last flight of 24 hours of absolute chaos and very little sleep. And surprisingly not a sore throat either. I thought I'd be absolutely hoarse by now, having pretty much talked non-stop for 24 hours straight. But no, we're doing okay. Let's go. If anybody out there wants to make any last donations, now's your last chance. I mean, we're going to be open for donations a little while after the stream, I'll be honest. It's not going to shut down at midday, but if you want to see your name on screen for one last time, even if it's just dropping in £1, it will make all the difference. And every donation, no matter how small, gets on the screen, so... Thank you, Tatty. Yeah, no, it was alright actually. It wasn't too bad. As streams go, it was okay. Like I said, I had that little lag about 5:30 this morning, but apart from that, it's not been too shabby at all. Right, let's take this last one to space. 3, 2, 1. I could have put a fairing on this, I really couldn't be bothered. If it's unaerodynamic, it's not going to matter. It goes up. That's the important bit. No, this shouldn't explode. We'll keep the speed down as much as we can. And it's a big engine underneath it. It's going to go up fairly fast before it goes sideways. So. We'll just let it sit there and gravity turn, I think. Look at Mount Otter in the distance. One of these days I will actually do a stream where I build some planes and we'll go and fly over to Mount Otter. But today we're just going to fling ourselves into deep space. For the last goodbye, last hurrah. I'm glad to see the puns haven't stopped this yesterday, Daddy. It would be awfully awesome. Apple Apps is 65. Water God still making puns in chat. Apple Apps is just pushing 70. Sideways, push it to about 80. You really want to tune into this one? I mean, Otter streams are available. You don't have to watch mine. You can tell I'm tired when I actually start laughing at my own puns. This is totally unacceptable. Hey, if you're buying it, we're selling it. If you don't like this one, I've got a new one as well. It's in mint condition. Science, you say? Magnetometer report from space. I will have one of those. Transmitter. Oh great, I have no comms. I have absolutely no comms. Have I actually managed to set the settings on this so that I don't even have min-max on the engines if comms go out? How am I out of electric charge? There's 2 full batteries on here. Oh, I just drained them. I just drained them completely. Trying to do the magnetometer. I had no idea it would take that much use. Alright. Revert flight. The last flight for the second time. Hey, I've got another 10 minutes to kill. Note to self, do not use magnetometer without extending the solar panels first, because the magnetometer uses up a shed load of power to transmit. I've burned through my entire battery trying to send one set of data. Let's try that again. 3, 2, 1. Yep, if you drain the power completely, you can't extend the solar panels at all, as you are probably running to yourself. I didn't realise magnetometer was going to be that heavy on the juice, but it just chewed through everything in seconds flat. So let's launch it again. I'm so proud of you lot. I really am. Your puns are just as bad as mine. It's nice to know I'm not the old... Whoa, no, tipping. No tipping. No tipping. Stop that. Yep, trick launch for the last time. Hey, made it work. You know, I said the house was nice and squat, and therefore I had gimbling in the engine, so I wouldn't need fins on it to keep it stable. Yeah, made it right. Right, now it's getting a bit toasty. As long as that stays straight into the breeze, we should be fine. Right, take that to space. Not burn through all our electric power this time. We have 400 electric charge on board. How is that not enough for the magnetometer? Oh well. One last terrible launch. Massive overheating on the way up, flipped it round halfway, and still took it to space. Electromagnets apparently do take a lot of battery. Take all the battery and then some. 67, 68. Almost in space. There we go. Oh, I forgot to put in another 10. Thank you so much, my friend. Very much appreciated. And you've taken us past 400, you absolute star. It's a nice little milestone to reach in the last few minutes. Thank you, Ottergod. Thank you very much. Right, we're in orbit. It's not a great orbit. It's 180 by 73, which is quite frankly atrocious, but we're in orbit. So we go round to Periapps. Add a maneuver here, and we just fling ourselves at the stars. Once we get past Mimbus, we leave the Kerbal system. That's going to cost us 855 meters a second of delta V. We have 2,700 left in this thing. Yep, let's go at the sun. More importantly, let's extend all the solar panels first as well. Now that's a proper looking satellite. And we get a solar eclipse just to finish off. How cool is that? That, I think, is worthy of a final screenshot. That's a nice note to end on. I haven't seen an eclipse in ages. Alright, let's do this last little bit. Three minutes left on the stream, one more burn to go. Basically prograde. 20-second burn, start at T-minus 10. Massively overburnt that. We're just heading straight out now. We're leaving at high speed. To be taking screenshots, wasn't even paying attention to how fast we were going. But yeah, we're just heading straight out the system. There is science to be done. I suspect the science is the magnetometer. Let's keep Daddy for 1345. 414. 415. Yeah, 415. Thank you, Daddy. We had a very kind donation of a couple of dollars from the US midstream somewhere, and it came down to 155 in pounds and pence after conversion, which is why it's been an oddball number. Can't really understand anything he's talked about for the last 3 hours, but the Stone Clan have loved it. Oh, thank you guys. To be honest, half it doesn't make sense to me either. I've told this is how it works, and that's what I'm doing. Nah, Kerbal's good fun. And if you want to watch the rest of the stuff we played as well, it's all on Twitch. It's all available on demand on the playback as well. Just go to my channel and you can watch the streams that have been going for the whole night. And the charity stream Game-a-thon has now been going for 1 day and 5 seconds. We've made it! Joey the Otterpup. I think I know who that might have been. Thank you. Hey, we got 420! .420 is a joke I'm not going to explain on stream right now. Not given I know who's watching. Alright, let's take this away from Kerbin, out of the solar system. One more screenshot, because that looks really pretty. And if we can, do we have the option to allow partial? Probably not. We can try transmitting data. Oh, because of time warping, that's why we can't do it. Don't require complete transmit. Oh, seriously, guys. If you get me to 500 now and I have to carry on. Thank you, QCat. Thank you so much. Nightbody's humble and donated anonymously. Thank you guys. It's really, really so appreciated. It really is. Let's see if we can get this out of the system. couple of magnetometer reports. Successfully sent back to Kerbin. And we are good to go. Everybody wave goodbye to the pale blue dot. There it is. Tiny little sphere. Time to leave the system. Time to say goodbye. Time to let you lot go and catch Pokemon, apparently. That's it. We've left the Kerbin system. We are in interplanetary space. Keep that. Let magnetometer report for one last time. Temperature scan and some mystery goo. I have a real live sheep to catch. We've got to sign off. Alright guys, thank you all so much. I mean, I don't know how I would have got anywhere close to 500 without some of you guys sticking throughout the whole stream. And I know QCat, you've got a ton of stuff you're going to do in Satisfactory for everybody as well. It's so appreciated, it really is. I will leave our little spacecraft heading off into interplanetary deep space to go and orbit the sun. And I will say thank you very much, every single one of you. It's been good fun. I'm not going to do it every week, God no, but it's been really good fun. And your company's been fantastic and your donations have been amazing. And I will go and add the numbers up and yes, find out exactly who's getting the their naming lights on the Satisfactory stream. And I'll let you know. But I suspect there's been a few donations towards the end that's probably bumped people up a little bit. I need to add them up properly, but I think I know who most of them are. Yeah, 24 hours. We made it. We did it. Thanks to you guys. And Ian jumps in with 20 at the end as well. That takes us to 490. That's good enough for me. That's more than good enough for me. Thank you. Thank you so much. I don't know what else to say really. Seems like it's 2 words I've overused today, but you've been great. I've been awake. It's about as good as you're gonna get, I think, at this point. I am gonna say goodbye. I will try not to say thank you again, but yeah. That was a really good day. Thanks, folks. And Maggie's will really appreciate it too. So yeah. You did good. We all did good. I will not be streaming Kerbal tonight at 7. I'm going to be asleep. But I'll probably back on Tuesday for Satisfactory. And JGE got us to 500 on the dot. You absolute star. That's us. We're done. I'm going to go get some kip. I am going to see you lot on Tuesday. Thank you again. I'll catch you next time. Goodbye.